Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, in a video that I ran just a short while ago, earlier today, we looked at what's happening at Stilfontein with the land grabs and how affluent black Africans are just driving out there, illegally claiming land, and nobody's doing anything about it. And they're driving there in the fanciest cars you can imagine. Well, this is a shout out to Joyce first, and she told me of a situation that arose earlier today. And she says, today I was at our local builder's warehouse purchasing a few bags of potting soil. As I was waiting in line to pay for my bags, a black guy behind me spoke up. "Are you going to do some planting?" I turned to him and with a very serious face said, "No. I'm buying my land back one bag at a time, and I'm getting a receipt this time." Isn't that classic? And she goes on to say, the shocked look on his face was priceless. I bet it was. Now, let's get back to the serious side of this subject, because it's very interesting what's happening. Or it's very disturbing, actually, what's happening, because while the ANC are in absolute chaos and the courts are in doubt, guess who's springing into action all over the country? Yep, the illegal land grabs. And there's a very interesting article discussing this. And this is a shout out to Koos, who brought this to my attention. This is the politics in South Africa. The political parties promise free housing, services, schools, and after the elections, there are only empty promises. Why do people vote for them, for those promises parties? Invaders, how many of those are immigrants, and who are really citizens of South Africa? There are more than one invasion and different invasions, also between Klerksdorp and Stilfontein. Unrest followed on Saturday when police fired rubber bullets to break up a standoff between homeowners and shack dwellers near the K43 on Narren's farm. Mashaba's spokesperson, Leander Mfeka, said the situation was getting out of control and that tensions in the area were escalating to the point where it was only a matter of time until someone was seriously hurt or killed. Residents in the area have reported armed groups of land occupiers firing on their homes within the affected areas. The situation is such that the JMPD and its comparatively limited public order policing resources cannot handle the situation alone and requires the full might and cooperation of the South African police services. Mfeka said that while Mashaba was sympathetic to the plight of those who did not have land, illegal land occupation and threatening the safety of other people and their property could not be accepted. And, okay, the first video is the flashpoint at South Lenasia, south of Johannesburg, and you'll see what's going on there with the land invasions. And apparently the Minister for Human Settlements, Lebogang Mali, and Tasneem Motara of Planning and Infrastructure are trying to address these illegal land owners in that region. Here comes the video. In the second video, which is also Lenasia South or South Lenasia protest, tensions are escalating and police start firing rubber bullets at the illegal squatters, who in turn start throwing stones back at the police. And here we go.
Come closer, close, come!
Now, the Gauteng government has said it's going to approach the courts in a bid to get an interdict against land invaders in Lenasia in the south of Johannesburg. On Saturday, police fired rubber bullets to break up a standoff between homeowners in the area and shack dwellers. Gauteng Human Settlements MEC Lobang Mali has promised residents that the government is working on a solution to assist both parties. Following unrest, Mali says they will be approaching the courts to ask for an interdict against any further illegal land occupation in Lenasia. And some of those eviction orders have not been executed. So that's the other thing we've established. Tensions have been high in the area between homeowners and those who have built shacks in the area. Infrastructure Development MEC Tasneem Matara says government will need to find money to address a housing crisis in the province. If it needs engagement with the National Treasury and national departments responsible for things related to this, municipalities and all will have to engage further. The MECs have promised they will return to the area with an update on a way forward. Now, I've just got one comment to make on this whole illegal settlement thing, and that is that we already have all these riots which are impacting on other communities, like people in Sandton, as a result of riots happening in Alexandra, where they block off the roads because of a lack of service delivery. A lack of service delivery. Now, what are these illegal squatters going to be doing in 2 or 3 years' time? Because they won't be getting service delivery. Are they going to go and riot and claim that, the municipality is letting them down? This is an explosive situation that's happening before our eyes. Getting back to it was a free-for-all on the weekend when hundreds of city residents staked their claims on the open piece of land behind the West End Cemetery in Finlayson Road. The land, which was earmarked for a 300 million rand student village, has been standing vacant since May 2014. Residents marking out their urban yesterday were quick to point out that it was not a land grab or land invasion. We are just taking what is rightfully belonging to us. What was promised to us, one man, John Ntilang, said yesterday. Ntilang said he was born in a one-room structure and 32 years later was still living in a one-room structure. I share the house with my mother, father and children. There is no privacy. We bathe in the one room, we sleep in the one room, we relieve ourselves in the one room, and then we have to cook in that same room. What kind of life is that? Nilang pointed out that since the end of apartheid, they had been promised land to erect homes. We're now in the 6th government and we still don't have land. Nilang added that the new informal settlement, which residents have already dubbed Rhythm City, was open to one and all. This is not politically motivated. You'll see people with their ANC, EFF and even DA t-shirts marking out their piece of land. This is all about landless people who want a decent way of life. This is just a start, Ndilang and other residents said. We will be driving all around the city and seeing which land is not occupied, and then we will start erecting our structures. The residents here today were promised land near Zingisa Primary School, but what happened? The black elite bought it, and townhouses are now being erected on that site. This is happening everywhere. This is why we're moving in before the land gets taken from us. The residents said that if anyone tried to remove them from the land, they would feel the might of the people. You thought the shutdown of the city was bad. We will not only shut down Kimberley, but the entire province. We will wait for Cyril Ramaphosa to come and remove us. At this point, no title deeds will be handed to anybody. The land belongs to everyone. Other residents in the area said they feared for their safety. We don't know what will happen. The price of our properties will also be driven down as a result of this action. However, Ntilang reassured those residents, everybody's safety is paramount. By having people staying on this land, more people can feel safe. Yeah, go figure. I don't think so somehow. Sol Plaatje's municipal spokesperson Selo Matsi said that the local authority was aware of the land invasion, unlawful land occupation. The municipality is on record that it condemns such actions. We have, even on several occasions, obtained court interdicts against unlawful occupiers of such areas, Matsi said. He added that in some cases, these portions of land, which are privately owned, hampers development, as happened with the proposed mall development that was thwarted in Galashewe. Not only is the township robbed of economic spin-offs, but it remains impossible for the municipality to develop or even build houses on private property. Matsi also urged landowners to take full responsibility for their land. They should fence it off and seek legal recourse, as the municipality won't take responsibility for any illegal actions. They should also demarcate and put up visible signs that the land is private. He reminded residents who want access to land that there is a procurement process and areas available that the municipality could make available through the proper channels. Unfortunately, we are unable to intervene as the land does not belong to the municipality. It is up to the landowner to approach the law enforcement agencies themselves, Matsi said. In May 2014, the sod was turned to start construction on the student village. Exactly a year later, the contractors abandoned the site without a foundation even having been laid. Isn't that just typical? The student village was advertised by VJ project managers on behalf of the Northern Cape Urban Further Education and Training College as providing accommodation for 1,600 students from the Sol Plaatje University, nursing colleges, and the NC Urban FET College. The Sol Plaatje City Council has approved the application for the project in 2014, although the college denied there was in any way affiliated to the project. The project manager at the time promised the first 32 residential blocks would be completed by January 2014. So there you go. Land grabs all over South Africa now. You know, it's totally out of control. And this is private land that's been taken. Forget about expropriation of land without compensation. Don't need that. Just go and put your hut up and she'll be right, mate. She'll be right. Anyway, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates and have a great evening.